Well, it's essentially crisis mode here in South Korea. These additional tariffs are expected to add a further strain to South Korean steel and aluminum makers here. Of course, if you look at the numbers, it's already showing that it's putting a strain. Figures in May showing that steel exports from South Korea decreasing by 12% on year, and exports to the U.S. are down 20% last month. South Korea originally had benefited from a duty-free exemption on steel exports. It was negotiated under the first Trump administration, whereby South Korea would export 70% of the total amount of exports on average between the years of 2015 and 2017, but that was scrapped when the first 25% steel tariffs were announced here. Now, of course, the South Korean Trade Ministry convened an emergency meeting as soon as these 50% tariffs were announced earlier this week, meeting with local steelmakers, including Hyundai Steel and POSCO, and both the private and public sector are in close communication to really sort out sort of tactics and ways and strategies to mitigate the impact of this latest move. Of course, the political context here in South Korea with the new administration, the new president, Lee Jae-myung, day 2 on his job, his first executive order was to really create a task force to deal with the economy and economic issues. Included in that, of course, are the trade winds or the headwinds coming from these trade tariffs from the U.S. President Lee is expected, according to local media, to have a phone call with President Trump as early as Thursday. So that would be a start in trying to figure out a way for South Korea to get out of these tariffs or find a way to mitigate the amount of them at this moment. So President Lee Jae-myung's focus, he's made it very clear that emergency economic measures, possibly in the form of a supplementary budget, could be the way to go in the near future.
Thank you so much, Shane, for your updates from Seoul. We'll keep you updated.